Kevin O'Leary on the screen, grinning like a man who has never once paid full price for anything in his life. Talking about data centers and incentives and economic growth in the smooth reptilian language rich men use when they are preparing to siphon another river dry in the name of innovation. And then Tucker Carlson, who I generally trust about as far as I could throw a sick buffalo through a plate glass window, suddenly asked the obvious question: if the taxpayers are covering the difference, then aren't the taxpayers paying for it? And there it was. The whole damn thing! Not left, not right, not Republican, not Democrat! Just the ancient American ritual of transferring public sacrifice upward into private reward while wrapping the whole operation in enough flags to make people mistake it for patriotism. The same people who spend every election season screaming about socialism like it's a satanic Ouija board hidden beneath the college campus. Why should I pay for somebody else's life? Why should the government take the fruits of my labor? Personal responsibility, the sacred hymn of modern America. Unless a bank collapses, unless an airline collapses, unless a tech giant needs subsidies, unless an oil company needs protection, unless a billionaire needs tax abatements to build a glowing mega structure the size of a football stadium that drinks electricity like a drunk camel in the desert. Then suddenly the public purse swings open like a brothel door at a pharmaceutical convention, and the politicians call it investment. Somehow we always have enough public money available when the rich arrive carrying PowerPoint presentations and promises of future growth. The corporations poison a river, flatten the town, destroy local business, consume the landscape, vacuum up tax advantages. Then 5 years later they move operations somewhere cheaper and leave behind a burned out shell full of exhausted workers and confused local officials insisting it was still good for the economy. And now comes AI, one of the most astonishing technologies humanity has ever produced, and somehow we have already managed to turn the public conversation into a drunken food fight between terrified artists, cynical corporations, grifters, and culture warriors screaming the phrase AI slap at each other like medieval peasants witnessing electricity for the first time. Meanwhile, the real monsters continue operating comfortably in the background. Nobody wants to discuss ownership. Nobody wants to discuss regulatory capture. Nobody wants to discuss who is building the data centers, who is draining the resources, who is lobbying the politicians, who is profiting from the infrastructure, who is turning human creativity itself into another extractive industry. No, no, no! Instead we attack the 23-year-old kid making strange generated videos in his apartment because he discovered digital fire before the cultural gatekeepers could install a toll booth around it. That's America now. Not a republic, not a democracy, a hollow mirrors where ordinary people fight each other over scraps of authenticity while billionaires carve the country apart with tax incentives and smiling television interviews. Deep down people know this isn't really about technology, it's about power. Who gets to create, who gets to profit, who gets protected, who gets sacrificed? Same story as always. America loves talking about freedom while quietly arranging society around ownership. And the ownership keeps shrinking upward into fewer and fewer hands while everybody else argues online about cartoons made by robots. The problem is not simply artificial intelligence. It is that America increasingly feels like a nation where power speaks the language of freedom while arranging the machinery of society for itself. That's the tragedy. But the deeper tension beneath all of this, we are living through an era in which humanity possesses astonishing technological capability while simultaneously struggling to maintain moral clarity about how power should be distributed, restrained, and held accountable. No republic can endure indefinitely on symbolism alone. Its people must feel that the systems governing them still serve a common purpose rather than merely protecting entrenched interests. If that faith disappears, the crisis that follows is not merely political, it is spiritual. It is spiritual.